Testing, testing. One, two, and three. What is going on? I'm just checking a few settings, man. If things look a little bit different right now, it's because they are. I'm switching over. At least I'm trying to switch over to XSplit because Streamlabs just charges too much money. And since this is basically a free stream for me, I'm just doing this for free. I'm doing this to have fun. I don't want to pay $30 a month for something that is free for me. It's like I'm not, I'm not here talking to you guys to try to make money. I'm here because I love having conversations, and I think in this day and age we need to have more conversations, not less, which is why we're here. So I'm looking at everything, and I actually can't believe that it is working this good. I should have been using XSplit for a long time. If you guys are live streaming, you guys have never used XSplit. If you need to use the green screen, that's been my biggest setback is using the green screen. So if you need to use a green screen, I will tell you that you also have to have the right lighting settings. So I have Elgato's and stuff set up, and I've got some background lights as well. The problem is because I just haven't cared enough. I just really haven't worked with the settings until tonight. I was bored enough to work with the settings, and everything actually looks really, really good so far, man. So, anyways, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how much um, XSplit has improved. In fact, I got to turn on, especially since nobody's really watching. Let me hear myself. Okay, okay. Now I got to check YouTube, see how things are over here. Um, doesn't look like. Are we on? Okay, it's got a little latency going on. Let's see if that's me or if that's. I don't know if it wants. It maybe it just doesn't want to hear my voice right now on YouTube. I don't know. Or actually, it just looks like everything is a little slow loading. So, um, anyways, man, I hope you guys are enjoying your night so far. I gotta. Oh yeah, there's some bullshit going on YouTube right now. Is it working? Let me see. The quality is garbage. There we go. I think we're here. All right, I'm not watching YouTube though. Anyways, man, thank you guys for being here tonight, man. We're just gonna talk a little bit, man. Miss I miss being able to talk about issues. I've had a lot going on in my life this past year. I've been hoping to get over a few of these obstacles, these hurdles. Some of them I've been able to. Some of them we're still working on, man. But we're here now, and I still have to mess around with this thing because I can't see chats, responses. I think if you guys will like the page and everything, it will pop up. Pop up. I got that part working, but I need to see about where I can. Andrew Current. Okay, I see you in the chat, Andrew. I gotta get this thing, and I gotta. All right, so this is XSplit. I'm actually loving the updates that XSplit did, and you guys will have to forgive me. We're not going to go full blown into any kind of real conversations tonight, other than to let you guys know that when we are officially not going to be playing when we have conversations. That means that if you don't want to hear the conversation, if you can't have an honest opinion, or you can't keep an open mind when we're talking about certain things, then you probably don't need to be here. Feel free to change the channel, because what's going to happen is I don't have a problem with people disagreeing with me. When you decide to be about that bullshit, then we are literally just going to block you. Like, you'll get a few chances. I'm not going to sit up here and say that I'm just going to block anybody. I'm going to call everything you say bullshit. I'm just saying that the minute that we know the conversation is not going anywhere, and you're just either super liberal or super woke, and you can't, because those are the people that really can't keep an open mind about absolutely anything right now. They're butthurt about absolutely everything right now. So, if we get to that point, to that page where we can't have a real conversation, then we'll probably just go ahead and block you from this point forward, man. But anyways, Andrew, I'm glad you're here. Long time no see. Anybody that's been playing video games with me in the past, I'm not gonna say that we are completely gone. I'm just saying that it's been 5 years, and you kind of have to. There comes a point in your own life, whenever that time happens, when you have to kind of decide, is this worth it for me? And number one, I'm burnt on Call of Duty. There aren't a whole lot of other community games that me and my friends and stuff like to play, but I think more than that, I it's not productive. Like, I enjoy playing video games. I enjoy hanging out with my friends. But to be perfectly honest, I think I've begun to enjoy the conversation more than the gameplay. I mean, I'm garbage. I don't play video games very well anyway, but I'm enjoying the conversation. I enjoy hanging out with my friends. I enjoy talking about things that need to be discussed. I love just putting my thoughts out there. And if you don't like them, then I value your opinion, but it's not going to change my mind too much unless you can change it. Like I said, it is what it is. So, anyways, I'm rambling because I turned this on to test things out. I have no idea what I want to talk about. I do have some alcohol that I'm going to um, sip on. So, cheers to everybody that's been watching the stream. I am excited. Mike Rock Uncensored is going to be here. We're going to put it on Twitch. It's actually live on YouTube. You guys can follow us there. I'm. I think my biggest problem in the past is that I've just been too considerate. That's probably the word I've been looking for. I've been way too considerate with other people's feelings and emotions. And whether I agree with you or not, a lot of times I will reserve the conversation. I will hold back things that need to be said or exactly how I need to say them, simply because I don't like hurting my friends' feelings. That's mainly it. If we're friends and your opinion is different than mine, most of my life I have held back an opinion, especially when I know it's either going to hurt your feelings or it's going to fuck up your worldview or whatever the case may be, because I value our friendship more than that conversation. The problem, however, is we've gotten on a page to where other people do not value the conversation the same way. Oh man, I love XSplit because it's showing me that I have dropped frames and everything else, but looks like we're doing good right now. So that's been my problem. I think the reason why our conversations go nowhere is because I haven't been speaking my mind in the past the way that I should have been. We all have opinions. We should not be scared to share those opinions. And then, of course, my world belongs to me just like your world belongs to you. So if you don't enjoy this conversation, if you don't like the things that I have to say, if we just will never agree, then you have to kind of choose whether this is the conversation that you want to participate in. But one of the biggest things for me is that I had a situation recently with someone that I've been dealing with for the past, let's just say, decade, 11 years, and that I have to continue to deal with, even though we agree on absolutely nothing. Because of personal issues. So I've done my best to be cordial. I've done my best to be friends with this particular individual, but they are so liberal and woke to the point to where there is no open mind. They see no reason with anything going on in the world, and they don't, at the end of the day, they don't care if they disrespect your own personal values or whatever it is, that your belief systems or whatever, as long as they get to share theirs. And the minute that you're like, hey, hold on, we need to go ahead and hit the brakes on this one, then all of a sudden they want to get upset. They want to play victim and they want to act like you just all of a sudden changed as a person. And I'm tired of feeling like that. And we've gotten pretty much on a page to where I can look, I will look people in their face and tell them, if you don't want to hear my opinion, if you can't respect my opinion the same way that I can respect yours, then one, we were probably never friends, and two, you can kindly go fuck yourself. Period. Like I said, I respect everybody. I try my best to love as many people as possible. We know that that isn't possible, but again, I am the type to try. Sometimes I wear my emotions on my sleeve, and the more I drink, the more emotional I will get, at least from a man's perspective. I ain't going to be on here bawling and everything else. What's up, Will? Well, I'm not going to be on here bawling and everything else, but this, like I said, I've had the past couple of months with the shit that's been happening. I've had some real eye openers, and it's just crazy because I've actually feel like I've drawn closer to having a relationship with a guy, but I can't stop being me at the same time. So at the end of the day, it's better to ask for forgiveness than for permission. And I'm gonna say what needs to be said and whatever. Anyways, if you guys don't know, man, just moving forward. So just know that if you want to have a conversation in here, have the conversation. If you don't agree with what I have to say, then you can feel free to not agree with that comment. You can even share your disagreement in the comment section. I don't care. As long as we try our best to keep it respectful. And if you can't be respectful, then leave. Don't expect me to do you any favors. I'm done being considerate with people's feelings. I'm going to, doesn't mean I'm not going to respect what you have to say. It doesn't mean I'm not going to value who you are as a person. I'm just saying that that shit works both ways. If you want to speak your mind and have your opinions, then do the same shit going both ways, or leave the lobby. Whatever. I'm in the lobby waiting for my. There's no. Hey, Will, I said we're probably gonna wait till the end of the summer. What's up, Alex? We're probably going to wait till the end of the summer to start playing video games again. Brianna, in case you guys don't know, Brianna, am I dropping frames again? Okay, there we are. Brianna just joined the Scouts. She's going to Camp Witset. Her grandmother just paid for all that, so we're getting her ready for that. But the bigger news is that Brandon graduated this year. He's done with high school. So two of my kids are done. I've made it through two of my kids. But both of my sons have decided to join the military. And it was completely unexpected. And it not only was a game changer, but it was more of a life changer all at the same time. And I'm not speaking on the potential, the possibility that we could be going to war and all this other kind of stuff. It's just the fact that I've been a single full time father on and off for the past almost 20 years now. And it's things are changing. It's like I got two of them out the house or that are about to be out the house. And then I got one more. And I almost, didn't know what to do with myself. It's like, dude, you guys came to me one day. Everybody guys working to get a job. We're all working to be a family. And literally the next day, both of my kids decided to join the military. So we know Mikey's, he just took the ASVAB today. He's waiting to go to MEPS, and so he's going to be joining a lot sooner than Brandon. Brandon, both me and him are going to be working on losing a little bit of weight. He's got to lose a couple pounds before he can join the military, but he's just as stoked as Mikey is, and I'm super proud of both of my kids. I kind of just feel like, as a parent, my only mission, and I've said this over and over and over again, my only mission as a parent is to make my kids better than me. And I feel like I've done that with the first two. Both of them are amazing young men. I couldn't be happier for them as a father. And it's sad on one hand to know that life for all of us is about to change very drastically, but at the same time, I wouldn't have it any other way. Not for them. They need to be able to get out there and experience life and being a man and stuff on levels that they can't get from just me alone. So, if either one of them is listening right now, wait a minute. I'm not dropping any frames, but Facebook seems to be freezing. Hold on. Okay, no, I'm here. Whew. Um, There we go. So yeah, so that's been a big thing for me, and I'm trying to spend as much time as I can with my oldest son, Mikey, because he's still working a lot until he gets up out of here. He's got to go back in 2 weeks to start the next phase of the process. They're going to put him through MEPS, and then once he goes through MEPS, it's really just him getting a date to go to boot camp. He's going to be in the Navy, so don't laugh for all you guys to be making them gay jokes about people joining the Navy. Uh, uh, I don't even know what to say. The Navy was not my first choice. That was his first choice. I got gay jokes too for days, but he's happy. I'm happy. And hey, if he wants to take a dick or two, that's on him. Cheers. Uh, what else we got going on, man? I really in future conversations, man, we are going to open up the floor. I'm going to have topics to actually talk about. You may or may not like them. I will put the topics in the title. I will put them in the description. One of the two. And I encourage you, read the title, read the discussion before you decide to jump on in here and have these conversations, because you might get your feelings hurt. Period. The I don't know if I should be sharing this, man. It just kind of tells you how much I've been going through. I had a. You guys are gonna know who it is, but I'm not gonna just put them out there like this. I got a friend of mine, and I kind of shared this. What is it? Point proven. I right. I don't like I said. I'll let you guys tell him yourself, man. Like I said, I didn't know if I was going to bring Mike Rock Uncensored back. I didn't know. I enjoyed it, but the whole political side, the toxic side, it just kind of it would eat at me. And again, it's because you have things you want to say, but we live in a world nowadays where you have to be ultra sensitive about whose feelings you hurt, and the fact that your opinion could either get you canceled, get your life ruined, your career. You know, people have lost jobs, they've lost friendships, and to me, I don't really care about the. I love my friends who are my friends because of who I am. What I don't like is the people that feel like you can lose a friendship in an instant simply because we don't agree 100% on everything everybody has to say. And it's crazy because with everything going on, you find out who your real friends are. It's not if they're woke, and I, I'm saying this because I haven't found a single conservative or a single Republican or a single libertarian or anybody else that has allowed themselves to do some of the things that I've seen these liberal and woke ass people do, which is to put their personal agendas before their friendships and their relationships with other people. I have not. And if you guys have seen it, please let me know. But even right now, with everything going on with this whole war stuff, there are Republicans who are divided on some of the decisions that Trump has made. They can agree to disagree, but in the same conversation, they will tell you that they still love each other. That one way or another, they're going to get past the arguments that they're having at this time, and then eventually they will. That's what relationships are supposed to be. You have arguments, you disagree, you either come to a solution or you don't. But at the end of the day, those issues should never be more important or should never take priority over the relationships you have with other people. And the minute you tell me that we can't be friends because we don't agree 100%, we were never friends in the first place. So I met you, Current Gaming. Um, so j- to really not put someone out there, I have a friend who is super woke, crazy woke. And I have, for the most part, just not talked politics, not talked about life because um, it's just any moment, anything they say could kind of trigger me to be like, hey, hold the fuck up. If you don't want me saying something about you, don't say something about me. But we kind of got to a point to where we couldn't avoid it anymore. And it wasn't because of this whole war thing, but it was because of the everything going on with this whole deportation issue. And I'm going to tell you, like, I don't care. Like I said, I'm going to tell you flat out, you can agree to disagree. And again, you can put it in the comment section, but I don't have a single problem with what's going on with deportations. I do feel bad for the families who have been impacted by what's going on. And there's a difference. But does it need to happen? Absolutely. It should have happened a long time ago. And it's just unfortunate that we have gotten to a point to where so many people are being affected by what's going on. So that part absolutely sucks. But the thing is, if you, and you can, I'm just going to say it, if you break the law, then whatever the consequences for the crime that you committed, for the law that you broke, or whatever the case may be, you have to pay. You get caught, you got to pay. You got to pay your dues. And when it comes to illegal immigration, now a lot of people are gonna you'll hear the left say, "Oh, it's not a crime for to cross the border illegally," and that's a lie. The first time, you can check it and you can call me out on this. The first time you cross the border illegally, it's a misdemeanor, but it's still a crime. They send you back. You cross the border again, it then becomes a felony. It is a crime. The consequences for committing that crime is, at the end of the day, you got to go back. But if you commit it, if you do it enough times, they might even have you serve some time here in the United States before they send you back. Then you've got the civil side. So they keep talking about how this is a civil violation. The only way that this becomes a civil violation is if your visa, if you came here on a visa, your visa expires, that is now a civil violation because you didn't cross the border illegally. You just happened to be here illegally once your visa expired. In that particular case, there is a different kind of process. But at the end of the day, you're still supposed to get sent back. So I don't, like I said, it's not that hard. And then they want to make all of these, they want to fuss and do all of these things about how, oh, you're separating families from parents from their kids and everything else. No, they're not. I mean, they are, but they're not. If I commit a crime, if I go out and rob somebody, if I go out and do anything that's going to cause me to have to go to jail, what's going to happen? I'm going to be separated from my family. I don't have a choice in the matter, but all of a sudden we're making a big deal because some people chose. And again, this was a choice. I understand you're having hard times where you're at from where, and this isn't just Mexico, from wherever you were born, you were struggling. You heard it's better in America. You made the conscious decision to break the law so that you could get here. Hopefully you don't get caught. But in the event that you do, you should know you committed that violation. Whether it's civil or criminal, you knew what the consequences were, because if there were no consequences, you would have just walked over. You wouldn't have snuck over. You wouldn't have allowed your visa to expire. And in no other country in this world that I know of can I go to as an American and just tell them that I automatically just live here and you have to accept me for who I am. The minute they don't want me there, they're going to get rid of me. So it's not like it's a double standard. It's the law, and we have it. So with all of that said, that's my personal feelings about that whole thing. It's like, yeah, it sucks. I hate to see anybody separated from their family, especially when it comes to kids. But we should have been enforcing the border policy for a very, very long time. And it's not their fault that we haven't, but it has to start at some point. Now, just to show you that I have a little bit of a heart, I have also said that since I believe the United States messed up by allowing all of these illegal immigrants into the country, I think something should have been done to allow them to earn their citizenship, to bypass the 13 years and the 3 years to get your green card and everything else, because we allowed it. We could have stopped this a long time ago, but we as a nation, we allowed it to happen. And there should also be a penalty for the basically allowing these crimes to take place. And so to me, I think the fairest thing that we could have done was for the people who have built a life here, who haven't broken any other laws, that we should have made a process to allow them to become citizenships, but at the same time closed off the border immediately to anybody else. I think that would have been fair. They're already here. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. So I'm sure the Swiss are pretty neutral. Are they? Like, let me know, because I might need a place to go in case things get crazy. You said the Swiss, and they even put women. Is Switzerland? Is it Holland? Is Holland in Switzerland? Because I think Holland, they put women in the mirror, the, what do you call it? You can window shop for women in one of those places, and it's all legal. It sounds fun. It's like, I gotta go travel somewhere. I just want to go window shopping. I have a white girl and a black girl. And wait, I don't see any Mexicans in Switzerland. So, dude, what is going on with Facebook? I'm not dropping frames, but for whatever reason, it's messing up over there. I gotta make sure. Let me put YouTube over here. It could be my internet connection. So, anyways, a friend of mine is all bent out of shape with life. It's more than just me. They're bent up out of shape with life because their entire family, they're illegal. They're here illegally. Some of them have been able to get their paperwork because of that whole Obama Dream Act, and good for them. But there's a lot. The majority of their family is here illegally, and again, I feel for them. They're friends. I want what's best for them, but at the same time, don't take it out on me, because at the end of the day, I'm not the one that broke that law. I've broken some laws, but I didn't break that law. And to take it out on me, or to show up to my son's graduation and choose not to stand for the national anthem as a protest when we're at a kids event, it's like there's a time and place for everything. And you come into a kids event here in America to protest your disgust or your disrespect for America. That's not the time or place to do that. Because if it was, I just wouldn't have invited you. You could have stayed home and continue to protest or watch the protest from TV. But this person decided to do that. So I decided to call them out on their bullshit. And it hasn't gone well. We still aren't talking to this day, but sometimes you have to kind of put your foot down. So I don't know, man. You guys can see it's been a lot on my plate. The good thing about all of this is that I know 100%. Wow, what is this? Facebook has dropped 1,200 frames. I hate Facebook, man. Facebook is always fucking some shit up. I'm up here streaming with you guys from XSplit, because Streamlabs wants to charge me $30 a month to multi-stream, whereas I can do it for free here on XSplit. But XSplit seems to be wanting to drop some frames, so I got to figure out. I'll figure it out, because I like the way that the video's looking. We're doing okay. So, anyways, man. The good side of what's been going on with me, and probably the only good side of what's been going on with me, is that I have 100% decided that that sooner, hopefully sooner than later, it'll still take a couple of years, I need to get out of Vegas. I need to leave Vegas. And if the right job opportunity presents itself, I might consider moving much sooner than later. I don't know. I got to go to San Diego to move my mother-in-law out of San Diego, and we took her to Prescott, Arizona. And I have to say, Prescott, Arizona is beautiful. I have not seen Prescott, Arizona. If you've ever been to Vegas, if you've ever been to California, Prescott, Arizona is like a perfect combination of the two, meaning that it doesn't get any hotter than, I want to say, 80, 90 degrees, maybe in the summer. But you've got all four seasons, doesn't get too snowy out there. There's little to no humidity out there. So it is just the perfect blend of everything. The cost of living is very similar to what's out here in Vegas. But, if you're into the whole big city atmosphere and you don't want to go, it's not quite country, but it can be. Then maybe Prescott isn't for you, but it's definitely for me. What I loved, don't uh, don't laugh at this. They had flags everywhere. You would just drive by houses, and they had flags just at there, and them just makes you want to salute, makes you want to drive through, and you're singing songs. I'm proud to be an American. It just like I said, it was very patriotic, and like I said, it's I don't know, man. Am I wrong? I don't care if you're liberal, woke, Republican, because I don't care. Like, how do you, the goal should be for you to have more respect for your country, not less. It's like you want to blame America and you want to burn flags or you want to say that this is the worst place we could possibly be. But at the end of the day, where else do you think you're going to be able to go to exercise those kind of opinions and not get yourself into some kind of trouble? Because even in Europe, they've got it. The minute you say something out of pocket, something that they don't agree with, you are going to get in a lot more trouble than you would get out here in the United States. And that's where the Democrats were trying to go. Here in the US, but we have this guy with some orange hair, Donald Trump, who basically said this is some bullshit, and he did away with that, man. So it's I don't know. And then that dude dropped the F bomb live on TV, and they said that there has never been a president that has just intentionally dropped the F bomb. So first he dropped a missile strike on Iran, and then he dropped the F bomb live on TV. First president to ever do that. And I was like, it's about time. We know he's human. We know he's got an opinion about things, and it's okay to be frustrated about people doing stupid stuff like saying there's a ceasefire and then you still want to bomb each other. That's just stupid. Anyways, you guys have, I don't know if you guys saw at the beginning, I got my little business. I got one thing that I've gotten out of this summer so far is some clarity. And wait, am I dropping frames again? I am not dropping frames, but my thing, oh, maybe it's my internet connection. But I eventually. So this is ago. Unfortunately, I thought that I had the type of personality that would help people to overlook the fact that my gameplay in video games sucked so that I could eventually make it a full-time income, and it didn't quite work out that way. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. But we're at a point now where it's just like, if it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense, and I need to get on that page. Dude, are you guys? Hey, I just need to know because I'm looking at YouTube and I'm looking at Facebook and I'm getting a buffer. Are you guys getting? Actually, I think you are getting a buffer because Facebook just dropped like 2,400 frames. I really don't have to be paying to live stream on to multi-stream through Streamlabs because I don't like that shit. I think I'm buffering with you guys though, so we're probably going to end this so that I can figure out why I'm dropping frames, and then we can come back to doing this again another day. But just know we're here. We're going to be talking trash. I'm going to try to get more organized. I'm hoping that we can have some fun. I might even be back tonight to have more conversations with you, but this is bugging me that I'm dropping so many frames all at the same time. So I am going to end the stream here, see if I can fix the issue, and then we're going to be back, man. You guys, if I don't see you later tonight, you guys enjoy the rest of your night. And if you haven't done so already, follow me on Mike Rock Uncensored, either here on Facebook or over at YouTube, so that we can have more conversations together, man. I got nothing but love for everybody, even for the ones who hate me. But again, I'm just not going to sit up here and be overly considerate with your feelings anymore. Just know that. You guys take care, man. I'll talk to you guys again soon.